Hey, everybody, and thanks for joining us on this Thursday, January 8th, 2026. I'm CJ Lemaster, your lead investigative reporter and your host for the WLBT Digital News Desk Update. I was out yesterday and had an interview on Tuesday, so we're back with you Thursday at 1 o'clock. Got a lot of news to get to. Several of you watching right now, streaming on our Facebook platform and also on YouTube. We're also streaming on our OTT app. And of course, if you have the WLBT News app, just hit watch live and you can watch us there as well. Got several stories we want to get to. First, we want something that originally could not confirm. It was police presence. It's all we knew at that point. But now we know more about this scene that we have video of from this morning. We're told that a man has been shot after sitting in his vehicle with his wife and his friend, according to the Jackson Police Department. This happened early this morning in the 200 block of Mason Boulevard. JPD says that the group of people were approached by a male subject who fired in the vehicle multiple times, resulting in the man being taken to a local hospital. We're told his injuries are not life-threatening, and his condition has stabilized at this point. We'll have more information on that as we learn it. As the search for a new Jackson police chief continues, the field of candidates is getting smaller. The city announced the 4 finalists for the job, and some of you giving your opinion. To give you an idea, it's been now over 4 months since former Chief Joseph Wade retired from the Jackson Police Department. Ever since then, the city has been looking for his replacement. Mayor John Horn says they've narrowed this down to a list that they have shared with reporters, of course, after a national search and 32 different people applying. The top 4 candidates are Rashal Brackney, Joseph Daughtry, LaJean Roberts, and Wendell Watts. Now, Chief Daughtry, let's start with Dr. Brackney. She served 3 decades with the Pittsburgh Bureau of Police in Pennsylvania, now as a college professor. Chief Daughtry has 30 years of law enforcement experience, currently serves as Chief of Police in Columbus. He was also chief of police in Natchez and Pelahatchie, so you've probably seen him, in interviews here. Major Roberts currently serves as a police major with the New Orleans Police Department, more than 27 years of experience. And the individual all the way on the right side, Chief Watts, is currently the assistant chief of patrol operations for JPD. He's got nearly 30 years of leadership experience. He also briefly was police chief in Gluckstadt when that police department was established. Here's how some of you are weighing in on who should be the top cop.
I would like to see honesty in the police work, and that he would use all of his skills to get rid of the crime in the city, or help to get rid of the crime in the city, and also to use his skills of management of the money.
They should choose someone from the rank and file, from within Jackson. If you get somebody from outside, then you're gonna have a 6 months learning period when he can be doing his job.
Starting today, each finalist will have an individual in-person interview with Mayor Horn for a deeper conversation and evaluation of their leadership style and plan for the city. The mayor and the search committee are going to both be meeting with the individual candidates. After those interviews, they will complete their evaluations and announce the selected candidate. We don't know when that announcement will be made. The search committees, or excuse me, the search firm that was brought in by the city, the contract says that the announcement would be made the last week of January, but that is tentative. So we're ahead of schedule based on that. But of course, we'll keep you posted as more information develops there. Testimony continuing today in the trial of Ted DiBiase Jr. He's tied to what prosecutors say is Mississippi's largest embezzlement scandal involving millions in funds meant for the the state's poorest residents. We now have here a recap from Three on Your Side's Darius McCormick on how it all began yesterday with opening statements from both sides.
Prosecutors and Ted DiBiase Jr.'s defense attorneys are telling jurors two completely different stories. The government says he manipulated the system to benefit from welfare funds, while the defense says that he was manipulated by the former MDHS director, John Davis. Prosecutors accused DiBiase of stealing millions of dollars in TANF funds, money meant for struggling families. Juries heard testimony that DiBiase regularly appeared alongside former MDHS director John Davis at meetings, was copied on emails, and operated under Director of Sustainable Change, a title prosecutors say helped disguise the flow of money. The government says John Davis was good at manipulating the system. Ted was good at manipulating John Davis. However, the defense says DiBiase was not the mastermind, but a passive participant. At the heart of the case, jurors must decide whether DiBiase knowingly manipulated the system or whether he was manipulated by it. Darius McCormick, 3 on Your Side.
And of course, we have a crew out at federal court right now, and we will have updates in our early evening newscasts beginning, I believe, at 4 o'clock on air and online. So please watch for that. This case expected to take almost 3 weeks, and there are dozens of witnesses planned to be called over the course of this investigation. You have to understand, too, that since the TANF scandal first news broke of it back in February of 2020, we've really, outside of what's been released, what's been agreed to when these indictments came out, other individuals pleaded guilty, including John Davis. And then, of course, subsequent investigative reporting by us and particularly Mississippi Today and Anna Wolf, we've learned more information. But this trial, we stand to gain a greater knowledge than we ever have of the U.S. government's case here and what they've been trying to prove and what they've been working on for a number of years. Jackson Water is pushing for a nearly 12% rate increase, which could raise your monthly bills. The utility says it needs about $40 million more each year just to stay afloat. City leaders, including Mayor John Horn, opposed the hike, arguing Jackson Water should first collect more than $70 million in uncollected revenue instead of raising rates.
Every day that passes is a day where we lose additional funding to shore up the water system. And right now we're trying to hold it in the road. We're trying to make sure that people don't experience any delays in service, any delays in fixing water. Right now we do have some delays in fixing some sewer overflows, honestly, and largely it's because of the rate increase.
We have a responsibility to the ratepayers of this community to make sure that if a rate increase is indeed approved, that it's done with good reasoning, evaluation. For months and months and months, they wouldn't even let us look at the books. We had to get the judge to tell him to give us access to be able to look at their books. Now, that doesn't sound to me about wanting to work together with them. We're not interested in working with a dictator.
A judge is reviewing the proposal and is expected to decide by the end of the month. We have one person getting in on the conversation today, Britt, faithful viewer, saying good afternoon and happy Wednesday. Britt, I hope you're doing well too. Happy Wednesday to you. Well, it's actually, is today? Yeah, today's Thursday, but it's okay. It feels like a Wednesday to me because I was out yesterday, but we're even more than halfway through the week. So hope you're having a wonderful day. State senators, in other news, have approved a major cash infusion for the public employees retirement system, also known as PERS. Now, we have been covering this for a number of months, as you know, because there have been a lot of questions about this last year. The legislature created a new retirement tier for incoming public employees, saying it would help slow the financial shortfall for PERS. Now the Senate is committing $500 million this year and $50 million each year for the next decade, totaling $1 billion cash infusion.
What you're seeing us do here is guarantee that the people working here and the people that are getting a check continue to get a check.
Now, the full Senate passed the bill unanimously. It now moves to the House for consideration. While the Speaker has previously supported a dedicated revenue stream for PERS, he's not commented on this specific proposal. House Speaker Jason White has introduced the Mississippi Education Freedom Act. It's an omnibus bill, and I say that because it's more than 550 pages that would create Magnolia student accounts, allowing families to use taxpayer funds for private school tuition and making school transfers easier for students. While White says the measure expands freedom, builds on success, and invests in Mississippi's future, the House Education Committee has not yet reviewed the bill. I would imagine at more than 550 pages, that's going to take a long time. It's definitely not light reading there. Jackson woman is speaking out after surviving a domestic violence attack that put her in the hospital. Kendris Brooks says that her ex-girlfriend shot her in the neck after she'd fallen asleep in a car. Keandra Malone was charged with aggravated domestic assault and is now free after posting a $500,000 bond. Brooks says the shooting left her partially paralyzed.
I'm hopeful. I'm praying on it every day that I get up and recover. But my biggest thing is like my kids and my granddaughters. Like, what quality of life am I gonna have when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, being there for them?
Now, she wants the charges upgraded to attempted murder. Jackson police say that investigation is ongoing. Got a couple more comments from a few of you. LaTanya Hollins saying that her water pressure is low right now. LaTanya, I hate to hear that. What part of the city do you live? I know that historically we've seen more pressure problems at times in South Jackson because of the way the city's geography, and sometimes it requires more pressure for those areas to receive water. But certainly, let us know, reach out to us, and reach out to Jackson Water too, and let them know. I'm sure you probably already have, but you can also let our newsroom know, and others, and we will try to make sure that we get back. I'm going to put up my email address here. It is coleman.lemaster@WLBT.com. So if you want to let us know more information about what's going on, and we'll try to see if we can at least help you get it resolved. Brit saying, "Oh my God, LOL, it's been a long week." Yeah, it has. And listen, it's okay. What's funny is you say that, happy Wednesday. I didn't even notice it when I put the comment up, because I'm sitting here thinking it feels like that. So it has been a long week, and it's almost over, hopefully. We have a lot more to get to today, not in this broadcast, but our First Alert weather team is going to be in here at 2:30 to give you an idea of what to expect. We have a First Alert weather day, I believe, tomorrow. So, we have the chance for storms and things of that nature. So please keep an eye out for that. And for the latest news, weather, and sports, our newscasts start at 4 p.m. On air and online. Thank you so much for watching this Thursday edition of the WLBT Plus Digital News Desk. I'm CJ LeMaster, your host and your lead investigative reporter. We will see you back here tomorrow at 1. Thanks for watching.